I just got done playing the new Dead Space Remake, and I've got to say, everything from the suits to flavors of environment, the subtle changes in the story, and new and improved ways to explain the game's lore to the player. The one thing that this game improves on the most is how immersive it truly is. And I noticed this towards the end game when Isaac Clarke finds the marker, and when you get close to it, a creepy, wavy haziness is brought on to the character, and it shows you an immersive way to demonstrate just how powerful and crazy this thing is. And that's when it dawned on me, I'm sucked into this game because its immersion is unlike any other game out there. So the two scenes I just showed you are pretty early game, and these are your initial scares that any horror game would have. You got to get the player into kind of what they're getting into. So this game is a horror game, and you're going to see these elements, jump scares, and what's lurking around the corner, what might be behind this door. So that first scene was, okay, you can open up a door and one of these might be in your face or not. You have to open the door and find out, so it keeps you on your toes. And then in the second scene, you're just walking down a ramp and boom, a body hits the guardrails, and you don't see another body hit a guardrail for quite a while. It doesn't overdo it, but it doesn't let you get comfortable either. So now that you're kind of on guard, and you'll go through and you won't see these, but you'll have that feeling like, okay, something's around the corner. And just when you get comfortable and you haven't seen anything lurking around the corner in a while, that's when something like this will happen. Now, that scene, I did have some inkling that that guy was going to be there because he was in the first game. But what got me in this one that I had no recollection of remembering in the original was this scene. Now, this was not a scary scene. Okay, it is sprinklers watering plants. It's not scary, but it sounds like the screeching, howling noise that these necromorphs make. And that's what kind of got me. Like, okay, where are they at? They're dropping, they're going to come through a wall, they come through the vents, and it was a sprinkler set, man. It doesn't even rely on scary things to keep you on your feet. That's one of the other things I love about Dead Space, is it's coming at you from all angles and well spaced out so that you don't expect them. And I love this part. I am kind of glad that it did. This one really did cause me to jump out of my chair. And when a game is able to do that, you know you're well immersed into the game, and it's something that not many games are able to do with players nowadays. Not very many games out there in the horror genre are scary.
Launch tubes sealed. Please contact Supervisor Dallas for authorization.
Finally getting somewhere with the mining duct systems. Got the SOS beacon?
No, and the launch tubes are sealed. I need a deck administrator's rig to get them open.
The deck admin is Supervisor Dallas. He's on the processing subdeck. I've got rig activity for a Jacob Temple 2, maintenance subdeck. Maybe he left the SOS beacon there. Just hope you can reach it through these malfunctions.
Not malfunctions. Traps. The miner's way of holding the line.
Shit. Okay, I'll unlock the subdecks. Just make sure that beacon's not wired to anything.
Another thing that keeps a player immersed in Dead Space is definitely the story, the lore. It's interesting and it's a mysterious story that you have to put together kind of like a puzzle. You can't just go through, listen to it, and you'll have the whole story. You have to go read logs, listen to audio logs. You have to watch videos of these NPCs and characters and find out what happened to them.
Supervisor Dallas, final log. Now, I've made sure they can't leave this subdeck, but neither can I. I've seen what they do to the bodies, what they become, and I cannot let that happen to me. At least if I don't have any limbs, and I can't kill anyone when I'm infected. Please, tell Dawn and the kids that I love them. Come on, one more. Come on, man, just one more.
Clearance confirmed.
So when I came to this part of the story, I near dropped my jaw because it was a very powerful scene. But not only that, but you're walking through the room and you see this body on the floor and then you hear the audio. Now it feels like you've discovered something. Now you're listening to the audio and you're looking at the body and now you can start to picture it. Dead Space has that power in its story, man, and it's extremely interesting. And now you know it wasn't placed there by accident or for random design to make it scary. This was somebody and an event, a very powerful event happened before you got there. Now you're going through the rest of the Ishimura trying to, oh, well, why is this glass broken? Why is this door blown apart? Like, nothing is accident. Something happened here, and it's little stuff like this, man. I love this stuff, man. I love lore, and I like FromSoft is a company that makes games that I absolutely love everything they do because they don't hold your hand, and neither did this game. It's there if you want to look for it, but if you're not into it, you don't have to. But if you're trying to piece together the story and you're a lore hunter like me, it's there for you, man, and it is a juicy, wild ride of a story.
Last warning, Isaac. I mean it.
So this game is gorgeous to look at. It is visually stunning. It got one hell of a facelift, man. And Isaac's suit. Oh, dude. This thing looks so killer. I want to go buy one of these. It makes me want to go buy one or make one and wear this thing. It looks so awesome. And we all know that this game can look good but be a horrible game. Games can look good and still suck with gameplay, but that's not the case here, man. It's utilizing the same system, small differences, but pretty much the same combat system that was in the first one. It's present in this one. The contact beam is so OP. I love the contact beam. But like, this game has got it all, and it didn't abandon what made it a good game to begin with.
Hazardous anomaly detected. Quarantine
All in all, this game was extremely immersive. It pulls you in, it makes you want to keep playing, and most definitely gives it a new feel and a new touch on a game that was already good, that didn't need a remake. But they didn't butcher this one. I thought they were going to butcher it, and it didn't need a remake, but now that I've played it, I'm glad it was remade, and I'm glad they did what they did. They kept the core elements of what made Dead Space awesome, and just added a new generational touch and subtle differences that made it a better experience. And I want to hear what you guys think, man. If you've played Dead Space and you've played the new remake, how did you feel about the game? And if you haven't, I highly encourage you to go play this one. If you're a horror game fan, this one is really awesome, and I got a feeling this game is going to be played for quite some time to come, man. Anyways, this is Solar Blackout Gaming, and we'll see y'all in the next one.
She's tough.